It's okay. Possiamo andare? Ok, we can go.
Hi, regards from Milano. You are watching and listening Linea Rock.
Great. Ok, vado, eh? Okay. We can start. Hi Tarja, welcome for the first time here in these studios of Radio Lombardia, Linea Rock program, for talk about your next album that go out 23 of August. The title is Colors in the Dark, and the first thing that I note is that after the cold of the first cover and after the dark of the second cover, now it's time for hot colors,
Yes.
and all the red. Has
Yes.
it a connection to the music of the new CD?
Oh, it has all the connection, yes. It is very important for me in general to create an artwork that really represents the music on the album, and as well has a sort of a very, very personal meaning to me. So all the colors you see on the album artwork, they have everything to do with the music and me. I am living such a life nowadays that I am having colors around me. It's very beautiful place where music has taken me. I feel very comfortable, and I think and believe that you can hear that on my album as well, because I have finally found home, sort of, music-wise as well.
Okay. Regarding the music, how could you describe the new album, and what are, in your opinion, the difference with the preview, What Lies Beneath?
I think it's more major, the album, and it has a depth, deeper depth.
Deeper for the lyrics, or?
In all the parts involved. I think that the symphonic side, it's very strong on the album. But on the other hand, the rock and the aggressive guitar sound is very, very present on the album. So finally I have kind of been able to produce the album in such a way that both of them are exactly in its place where I feel comfortable. So the right hand as my classical background, the left hand as my metal background.
You put together.
They put it together, and it's a very complex album. I took some really, really brave steps into something where what I haven't done before. And so it's a challenging album for my fans as
Yes.
well as it's been for me.
Yes, you tell that it's a complicated album.
Yeah.
I think that every fans or listener play many times the album.
Yes.
Because are 10 songs. Some of them are 7-8
Yes,
minutes.
many of them.
Yes, for the total of the 1 hour and more.
Yeah.
It's difficult to find now
Yeah.
for an artist an album that
Right.
with 10 songs but 1 hour of music.
Because it's very easy to. It would be like very common nowadays to make 4-minute songs and
Yeah.
but
Simple single, 3
Yes.
minutes and stuff.
But you know what is with me? If I have done something already, I don't want to repeat myself, and that is where I'm challenging myself as well when it comes to music. I want to become a better singer. I want to make progress in that every day, training hard, taking lessons, still getting better.
Also now, you spend many time every day. Oh, it's great.
Oh yes, because it's necessary. That will never change. I can only learn more from music, or I can work hard to become better musician, but I will never learn everything. It's impossible. So that is what is really in music so incredible thing that it makes you work hard.
About the title, what's the meaning behind Colors in the Dark?
Well, it is the life I'm living with colors, and my life is still under a dark cloud. It's just that kind of sort of darkness lives in me. Even though I'm a very positive person, I still kind of enjoy the wandering in dark. I like to check out what is in the shadows, and that is what you hear in my music also. There are lots of positive stories about dreams, but as well I've been taking very sad and negative stories there too, for you to read, or for you to feel that, oh, she's talking about me. Very personal things.
It's not a concept album.
No. But the colors were there right ever the beginning I started writing songs. I wrote for 2.5 years.
You choose the title when you finished the recording?
Yes. For the first time ever.
Ah,
For the first.
because the other time you...
Previously I always had the title. My Winter Storm. Yes, My Winter Storm.
This is the title, and after now I prepare the songs.
Yes. Or What Lies Beneath. That's the concept, kind of the theme. Now
you finished recording?
Finished recordings and finished everything, and then it says, that's the title.
Ah, okay.
Actually, the title came when I was writing in one of the last songs, the lyrics, and I added, it came between the lyrics, like painting colors in the dark, and that is what I'm doing with my music, actually.
Yeah. Like preview album, the mixing and mastering has been handled by Tim Palmer, who worked together U2, Pearl Jam. Yes. He is a very well known for rock and alternative sound. How was born the choice for him?
I had a blessing to work with him already on What Lies Beneath album. 3-4 songs he mixed on that album, and I totally fell in love with his talent, but also in his personality. He's such a really beautiful person to work with. And he's been working with Finnish music, bands like him, for example, before he's been producing him albums. So I felt like there is a connection, and I felt he was sincerely really interested working with me, even though he's been working with huge bands, but he really put a lot of effort and passion into my music. This time, when I already at that time, last record, I said, I want to work with you for the next album, please, please, please. So he was, yes, of course, and now it happened, and it was so easy because he's, first of all, very fast, and second of all, he really did amazing job with my vocals. That really surprised me once again, that he loves working with vocals and good singers in general, that he can really, it's not that he needs to correct the vocals recorded. No, he wants to play with the vocals recorded.
It's different. Yes. Where the album has been recorded? In some different studios?
Oh, yes. Actually, all over the world in that sense, because nowadays it's very easy. Many musicians, professional musicians, they have their home studios.
Yeah, right.
So we did like that. I wanted
sharing files. So
sharing files. But I wanted the core of my my songs being recorded in Buenos Aires. So I flew Mike Terrana, the drummer, there, and I flew also Alex Scholb, my guitar player, there. Also other guitar player Julian Barret lives there in Buenos Aires, so he was working there in a studio. So the core, the beginning of it all was recorded there, as well as vocals were recorded in Buenos Aires. But then other musicians, Doug Wimby, bass player, recorded at his place. Used another bass player, Kevin Chown, he recorded in place, and keyboards. Orchestra, all that were recorded in LA, many places.
Because in the album there are many collaborations with symphonic orchestra.
That is a very important thing for me.
This is difficult for recording.
Yes, it is, but it's been handled by people in Los Angeles that I've been working with several years. They are amazing. They are so talented, fast, and finally all the production team is, for me now, in hand, you know. Several years have passed by, and I'm producing my own records. It's so easy because finally now, after all these years, we speak the same language, musical language, and it's incredible.
Right. Regarding Mike Terrana, that play almost in all your show live, how had you got in contact with him? Many years ago?
Oh yeah,
he's a crazy man.
He's a crazy man. I love him dearly. We met in '98, I think. He was at the time first time touring in Europe with Rage band.
Yes.
And I was for the first time touring with Nightwish as Rage support.
Right.
We met on a tour, and I almost every night went to see his drum solo when he was playing in Rage, and I love his way of explosive sound he has.
Aggressive.
But also his kind of percussive side I saw through him, and ever since I started my solo career I had him in my mind immediately. and luckily he accepted to work with me, and we have become like brothers and sisters. I mean, he's very dear to me. We are working also now with classical music project together, and since 2007 we've been working very intensively together.
Return to talk about the album. The first track that was available was Never Enough, and it's a particular lyric video, right? Differently from the standard, can you introduce it and tell about how was born this idea?
The lyric video itself?
Yeah, because in general
yes,
it's simply lyric
you
video.
simply see the lyrics, and I it's kind of fashionable nowadays. The artists, bands are putting their lyric videos.
Yes, many bands now do this.
But for me, it's so much. It's just like boring. So
yes, also because I think it's better wait and do a classical video,
proper
right?
Video.
Yeah.
But what I did, I was on tour in. We filmed actually a DVD for this other classical project, Beauty and the Beat, in Czech Republic, and we had a chance to be many days in Czech Republic in one location, and so we called in the same team that was filming my Act 1 live DVD, and they came there to film just very shortly some images of me wandering around and doing some stuff. We did a lyric video in couple of hours. It took us, in a way that I'm appearing on this video. I think it's nicer than a normal boring lyric video, even though it's not a music video, of course.
It's different. In the track list, there is also a cover, Darkness, of Peter Gabriel. Has this song an important meaning for you? Why you had choose this?
First,
Peter is a great musician, great man.
Yes, first him. Yeah, I adore him. I've been a huge fan since many years, and
from the Genesis or solo career.
Yes, Genesis, and I got to meet him in 2007. Actually, I was like, I felt, it was very emotional for me the moment. And the thing is that he's been a great inspiration for me in my art, and I chose this song because the original version is quite slow in tempo. I speeded up the tempo a bit. If you compare the original, mine is it's faster, mine. But I felt that the song could fit for me, even though our range and vocals are completely different when it comes to that, singing-wise. But I wanted to find my depth in that song. I felt that it could be good to cover that song. Very brave move though, because I know Peter is taking years to produce his albums and songs, and so I took a lot of time. There are a lot of layers recorded in that, very carefully thought what it is on my record, but I didn't take years. I took almost a year. Yeah.
The real single will be Victim of Ritual, right? Out in July, and its light blue painting cover artwork is in contrast in the hot red of the album, right? Okay. How could you describe these songs? So we return to the first question.
Victim of Ritual is
the song that opened the album, so it's an important song because you choose for the first.
It is a very important song. It has very strong lyrics and meaning about victim of ritual, victims of rituals actually. Many of us will live with rituals that we perhaps don't even realize, or we can't get rid of them. We don't perhaps even realize that they are harming us. So many people live with certain rituals that they just can't get away from. And it's a very strong theme in that sense. Also a very positive song in that sense, but it's very progressive song. I have also taken a very famous classical piece into it, Ravel's Bolero.
Yeah.
And I love playing around with these kind of things in songwriting in general. It's very challenging though, but it's a very powerful song. Great opener, I think, for the album. When I got the song finished, I thought that this has to open the album because it's a shock.
Yes.
Straight from the beginning, it's a shock. I love shocking people.
Yeah, probably you use for the first tracks for open the concert, the next show.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, great. You are the most famous singer in Finland, and you influenced a lot of female singers in symphonic metal. So, What are your influences?
Well, as I said, Peter Gabriel. Film music. Film music is really, really big inspiration because when I write songs or when I produce songs, I always paint pictures. Always.
Always kind of, or pictures, or
Like I always paint in my mind, you know, pictures in my mind. Like they are very strong things that I'm very strong. The pictures kind of with music that you can draw in your mind. With my music, I would love to make soundtracks or write for a score for a film one day. I would love doing that.
yeah.
Because kind of I'm doing that in my music already in a format of a song. But yes, that film music is a really huge inspiration. Also American metal when it comes to guitars. That is, I'm getting my influences much more from that side of, not that much from Europe, but from America.
From America.
And then again, of course, my classical background. And
Yeah, right.
that.
3 years ago, you went on stage with Scorpions for duet The Good Die Young or songs. About duets, is there a singer you wish to sing together in the future or in your next album?
Oh my God, yeah, well.
It's not easy, you know?
No, it's not easy.
Never you would think to this.
No, but I am so fortunate in a way that there is a duet now actually on the album that is the last song, Medusa.
Medusa. It's the
It's
last
been long song. Now it's been recorded by a male singer because it was written as a duet. So I was dreaming about one particular singer from United States. His name is Justin Furstenfeld. He is from the band called Blue October.
I know.
You know,
Yeah.
I love his voice. His voice is very colorful and he has a very emotional voice and it suits perfectly for this song.
For this song.
Yes.
So you ask...
Yes, and
Yeah.
he did that. So he recorded only a couple of days ago. So I just yesterday heard it, his version. And I'm so yeah! Made me very, very happy.
Oh.
But for the future, they are great singers, amazing artists, and so, well, it is very difficult for me. I'm very eager to jump into collaborations in general because they teach you a lot. So I'm very happy if something good will happen.
Mhm. Last question, we talk about the tour because the album go out at the end of August, and for the tour you have already planning. You start from Europe, America, or
Europe. I
Europe.
start from Central Europe actually in October.
October, right?
October, and we are first playing like 2-3 weeks, I think is the first leg in Europe, in Central Europe, and then we have a little break. I have in the end of the year again a Christmas
Yes,
concert
right.
tour in Finland and maybe in Germany. And then in the beginning of next year we start again with the full force, and I think
You arrive
with
until
my
next summer for the
festivals in the
right?
summertime, and the whole touring will be taking 2 years until 2015. They are already we are planning the shows already until that point. My daughter will be around 3 years old. I just became a mother 10 months ago, so she's going to be a touring baby. She's already one.
Okay.
So that is scary enough to think that she's going to be running around soon.
So, and some musicians that are playing in the album, you are with you also in the tour, you think?
Oh,
or
yeah.
All?
Majority. Well, Mike Terana will be on drums, Doug Wimbish will be on bass, Christian Kretschmer, who recorded the keyboards, is gonna be there. Max Lilia, cello player from Finland, he's there, and Alex, who played the guitars, he's there. So I'm using more or less for every musician I have another one, just in case if these guys cannot make it, we cannot make our schedules match. That's why I have 2 musicians per instrument, and I have wanted to involve them on my albums also because I love all of them, so they are part of my team.
Yes.
But it's a great, great band.
And for the symphonic part of the orchestra,
that
it's not easy.
That is
every
not
day.
easy.
Not easy every night. Every orchestra with
That is impossible. It's impossible. Perhaps there will be some events that we can make with the orchestra choir, but it's rather impossible. For that I need to have unfortunately, click track and a
Yes.
hard drive to put out. But I have great musicians, and they can
Yeah.
really produce a lot of it. A lot of layers that are on the album, they can be played
You
live.
think that it's better that your show are inside a theater or also in normal club or passport?
I love playing in theaters because it
the
is
acoustic.
acoustically prepared for it, but also
But
people.
are all sit down on a chair.
But you know what? I love it in a way when I see the reactions in my fans. When they are seated in the theater, they see and
more
and
concentrate.
listen everything
Yeah.
without any problems. In a club or in a ice hall, you need to fight for a good place, a good
Yes.
spot, and you miss always something. But here in a theater, first the environment makes you
Comfortable.
comfort. and I like, because my music has that aspect, that theatrical aspect, that it is a good place to present
Yeah.
my music. But if it's a club, if it's a festival, if it's a ice hall, if it's an arena sort of show, every place kind of affects to the performance
Yeah.
one way or another.
Thank you very much, Tarja.
Thank you.
See you so probably in this year for the concert. I don't
really
know
hope
if
so.
in
Hope so. Not if not in this
October or
year.
November or the next
I
year,
think
right?
next year
in Italy.
it will be in Italy next year, definitely, and definitely more than once. So
You have many fans here.
yes, beautiful.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay.